Hello everybody and welcome to Weeyum Tootie Gaming. I'm your host Weeyum, and here with me as always is your co-host Jaq, or Jaq for short.
Hello.
And today we're going to be bringing you the Dead Space Remake.
Huzzah.
And the game seems to have some FPS issues on day one.
Yeah, as you noticed, we will not be recording in 4K. We're not even playing in 4K.
No, 4K was interesting. Even without recording, we were lagging even in like 4K regular.
Yeah.
Which is kind of absurd. I mean, I could turn them to high instead of ultra. If you want me to turn it down one more time. Or we can just start.
Do what you gotta do, boo.
Yeah, we're just gonna start. And if
This is poopy butt gaming, alright?
How dare you?
That's what you said.
In our test recording, yeah. So we're all excited for, well, all being two of us, excited for the Dead Space remake. We're
looking for the Ishimura.
We're big Dead Space fans.
Super big.
I think it's me.
Oh, I meant to turn the game audio recording up.
Yeah, I thought that at the time, but I'm like, you know what, we're too committed now.
Everything. I just wish I could.
So she looks so much older now, but I actually appreciate it. It makes way more sense that she's a highly respected doctor. For those of you who don't know, she's a doctor. Just makes more sense her to be a highly respected doctor, being a little bit older.
That's her. Nicole?
Yeah. First I've heard from her in weeks.
If I
He is talking. Isaac is talking. For those of you who don't,
I'm gonna need you. No, it's fine. I'm just gonna have you black the screen out during this. You can keep talking. You can keep talking.
you want me to edit. When I explicitly said I did not want to edit.
It takes 2 seconds. Oh, to be honest, we don't really have to. We just want to turn the game volume up for you people at homes to hear it better.
minutes
You don't have to edit. There's nothing to see there.
Guess you really miss her.
I mean,
Fishermer is not a job.
It's not like
to turn
mine.
down, but 6 months apart with only 50
name
calls.
hasn't shown up in other
It's
videos.
rough. Easy to say the wrong thing.
I don't blame you. I'd listen to my girlfriend over Hammond reciting security protocols.
I agree.
Forearm, Miss Daniels.
So as Jaq was saying,
Nice to
Yeah.
re-enter.
For those of you who don't know, Isaac doesn't talk, which that's the character you're playing as right there in the leftmost in the rear seat. You play as Isaac. He's the main character. He never talks in the first game. He grunts.
That's paradise.
He gasps in pain.
Richest finds in CEC.
I swear he talked in the first game.
Prospecting team set up for life. Now where is she?
So did they rebuild this game from the start, or did they
It
just?
doesn't make sense because the graphics don't seem revolutionary enough. You know, it seems kind of like they reskinned it.
Biggest planet cracker in her class, you know.
I mean, it took them a while to remake it.
Why is it so dark? We should be able to see her running lights.
Yeah. I'll get us into hailing range. Someone's got to be waiting up for us.
Just be careful on the approach. I'm not taking any chances with the CEC's pride and joy.
No chances, huh? Is that why you were digging into my personnel files before?
Ooh, digging into Daniel's files.
I'm a computer analyst.
I guess Jack's right.
With a job.
Isaac did not
Standard
speak in the first
CEC
game.
Background checks, Miss Daniels. If you want to work in the big leagues, you have to play ball.
I do appreciate that for a remake they actually added in something. But it's kind of weird having them duck.
USG Ishimura. This is the
Not
emergency
weird to me.
team of the USG
Yeah, you don't
government
remember
responsible
anything
for
about the
service
game.
call.
I don't.
I'm an Ishimura.
This is basically a brand new game to me. I played it, what, 20 years ago?
Come in. This is the
That was a
USG
while, yeah.
government.
I think Dead Space was 2001, wasn't it?
You ever hear of a full communication?
Well, no, it's probably a little older than that, right? Because it was Xbox
Come on.
360?
Someone pick up the damn phone.
I think so.
So what, like 2005? 2007? Something like that.
Sounds like their communication array is busted. Maybe a broken encoder. Daniels and I can handle it in 48 hours max.
Hey, that gives you plenty of time to catch up with Nicole.
Yeah, I hope so.
Is Nicole's wife?
Jen, Johnston, take us in.
Or his girlfriend, something like that.
Gravity tether's engaged.
I honestly just forget. It's been so long.
Let's go.
Oh, everything's going bad.
I always saw her as his wife. But
We're off course.
Daniel!
System override isn't
what's her name called her a girlfriend, so maybe she is a girlfriend. But
So we should probably just restate the epilepsy warning.
yes, bright lights, black screen to sudden white screen to black screen.
And I also did not turn off the mature content. This game is going to probably be somewhat gory and bloody.
It is super gory and super bloody.
I feel like you're right. I feel like they reskinned it because those electrical effects weren't great. But anyway,
I'm good.
I'll live.
but
Hey, Johnston. All right.
we did leave on
It's my ankle.
all the mature settings for the game.
Broken.
Shit.
So if it's bloody and gory, it might come as a like,
Call
oh,
him the stabilizer, Isaac.
Gotta always read the manual.
What the fuck's going on with flight
They
control?
changed his
The
act.
guidance system's a death trap.
Better add it to your repair list. Jen, what's our
His voice actor, or like
Comms are down. We lost a port booster.
I don't believe that's Isaac's original face.
his face never showed up in
It was a mess.
until the final scene of Dead Space. But you don't see his face
Johnston,
throughout the whole
stay
game.
with the Kellians. We'll send a medic. Everyone else, with me.
Honestly, I can't remember what his face looked like because that's like
I guess it's closer than I thought. Those are him for the 3 games. Oh well. So I guess it is closer, but they definitely changed his actor between the games
yeah.
because he goes from this fatter face to like this chiseled like.
Well, I
rough
think
look.
what they're trying to do is make it look like, still make him look like the second and third games, but not as hardened and stuff.
Standard procedure, Miss Daniels. We'll register them in the flight lounge.
I'm so excited. How come I don't get a rifle? Because I'm an engineer, right?
Yep.
Shit must have hurt that
Isaac
man.
is an engineer.
Proud, Jen. You gotta see her in one piece.
Johnston might disagree. But you're offering to buy the first
The
round.
USG
I wouldn't mind
Ishimura.
something to steady my nerves, especially on CEC's tab.
Oh, I'm excited.
Anyone in flight control?
No, nobody.
I would say this game got inspiration from Alien. Obviously not the Alien game because that came out way after, folks.
Oh yeah, the Alien like 1998.
Yeah, duh. 1998. Try 1980.
I was talking about the Alien games they made so long ago.
No, the movie. The movies.
The biggest downside here is they didn't give Isaac enough cake. That's all I'm saying.
Enough cake.
They should give him more cake.
Cake for what?
Should give him a bigger butt. That's what I was saying.
Oh.
They didn't give him enough cake.
I thought you were talking about an actual cake.
There's our health bar.
Collect kinesis and stasis modules from Acting Chief Engineer Jacob Temple.
Oh, that's right. We have kinetic and kinesis in this game.
Error. Employee not found.
Dead.
I can't reach security.
The computer sounds more computery.
Yeah. What's wrong with their comms? They're dead. I don't want to do this. Why do I have to go first? E is to open doors. No. Nope. You can't pay me enough to go in there? How is it that both the horror games that we're going to be playing, like, or we played on this channel, like the longer ones, are both in space?
Someone left in a hurry.
What is up with horror games in space?
Are you laggy in your screen?
No.
Where's anybody?
Is it laggy on the left screen?
It's getting a bit
nothing
laggy.
logged. No duty roster, no
Is
power
it?
to the elevator.
Is it bad?
That security console.
It was noticeable.
Isaac, get a damage report. I'm done.
Do you want me to turn them down again?
You might have to. Just, if it's just you walking around.
Because we are playing in, like, Ultra. The thing is, I might have to reset for those to take effect.
Yeah, see, if you watch on my screen, like you just walking around and stuff.
Well, if I reset, we're going to have to edit.
Smell what?
Like something died in the air vents. Oh.
Do you want me to reset?
Nope, I'll keep my mouth shut.
What? Are you sure? I promise you for the next video that we will change it again. Wow, they left the content warnings up. Can anyone guess what's about to happen in the next scene?
I'm surprised they have all those content warnings.
Yeah, so the day one FPS for this game, like a lot of PC games, isn't great, and that kind of happens with all PC games. Funny enough, the only one that didn't happen with so far is One Piece.
What have you got, Isaac?
Shit. It's not just comms with the guidance system. Half the Ishimura's in the red. Engines, hull, the trams.
I'm so excited. Because if they remade 1, they might remake 2 and 3.
Okay, got us some power. Ventilation's up.
I wish a content warning would go over.
Hazardous anomaly detected.
Am I supposed to be running it this time? Or am I supposed to just sit here and watch?
You're there to watch.
Quarantine systems are all fine.
Yeah, but don't we immediately have to start running after this?
Yeah.
And where are we running? Through that door?
Yeah, man.
Oh, this is, I remember this when I was like 12.
12.
Oh, they're terrifying looking. Oh.
Folks, that's why we had a content warning.
Content warning. Content warning. Content warning. It's... I can't see. Jaq, help. Jaq gets scared.
Oh my goodness. You guys don't even understand. You jumped so high.
Didn't really jump.
They definitely updated the quality of the blood.
They're terrifying in this game. They were terrifying in the first game. Young Weeyum did not appreciate this.
Look at you, you're already drenched in blood.
Old Weeyum does not appreciate this at all either. Oh. Oh, God. Okay. I'm pretty sure we're safe for now. Isn't this where we get the plasma cutter? Look at it. It's so beautiful. Our weapon of choice. A plasma cutter. And now we get to learn to shoot. I know, I can tell it's laggy on the left screen. I'm surprised, though.
And it's not popping up red in our stats.
I promise I will look into it for the next episode, but we do have to get this first episode recorded. Otherwise, how's the alt fire? What button is that?
Spacebar?
Oh, at least it's easy. Oh, and I can actually tell the containers to open now, too, because they actually light up blue enough.
You should be able to step on that box now.
How do I step?
Before it was just a button.
It's just spacebar?
Yeah.
Right, and right now we're firing this way. I'd rather fire this way. And I like how I might turn off the content warnings for the top right. I didn't think they were on, to be honest.
You gotta punch it.
How do I punch?
Right click.
Oh, right click brings up the gun, aimer?
No, hold down spacebar and do it. And
It was literally just left click.
left click.
Left click while not aiming.
Oh, I see. I thought it was right click.
I'm here to help. Oh, we wasted so much ammo already. Should I switch to the other fire and shoot off its arms?
You can stomp them.
It's so gross.
Oh, look at that!
It's so gross. Isaac, why? Hello? It's me. Isaac, just a lonely engineer. Also, as we had said in our first video, that we had to restart. We changed our audio around, so if you're watching this, please comment if the audio is better than our old videos. I think it is.
Better or worse. Don't like just keep it to yourself if you don't like it.
Yeah, let us know, because I need to be able to change it again.
We shot that fucker right between the eyes and it didn't die. Smith had to shoot its fucking arms and legs off. For God's sake, send help!
Which is funny, because don't we get an assault rifle at one point as well? Wait, what are these? Are these actually missions? Or are these... Oh, this is my inventory.
I was gonna say what?
I don't get into my whatever. I don't know. I don't need to know.
Tab.
Nope. It is tab, but it was like really slow. So this is just so weird not playing on a controller. I've never played Dead Space like this before.
Was Dead Space even on the computer?
I mean, I own the original one.
So it must be, yeah.
So at one point it was ported. Yeah, we did it.
Isaac. Oh my god, Isaac. You made it.
They're everywhere. Shit, is he,
He's gone. Nothing I can do. What the fuck are these things?
Yeah, I want to know.
As I saw, some of them were wearing Scuuurrred uniforms.
They're the crew? How the hell can they be the crew? Look at them.
We need to get to the bridge. There's 1,000 people on board. Someone will be there.
We can't. The tram system's wrecked. Everything's locked down because of the quarantine.
And you're both repair techs. So how do we do this?
We shoot off their arms and their legs and their heads and their faces.
There's a broken tram car blocking the tunnel. It's gridlocked the system. And the data board's...
Does punching stun them?
I can't lift the lockdown or call the tram until we get a spare from the maintenance bay.
It can. It'll knock them back.
I'll handle it.
I'm not going to remember that in the comments, so...
Repair systems.
And Isaac.
Yeah?
Don't
Sure
die.
Nicole's okay. She's a doctor, right? She'll do the smart thing.
Yeah. Yeah, she always does. Find somewhere safe.
I feel like that depends what kind of doctor she is.
She's a doll doctor. She only operates on dolls.
Replace the damaged tram. I just want to use the save station. Thank you very much. Haha! I made it for the first 15 minutes of the game. Do I win? Am I winning? This for... No, it's just storage. Isn't there like a health refill station in this game as well?
What?
Is that not this one?
No.
I thought one of them had a health refill station, like you're low on health and you could use it to heal.
You're crazy.
Okay, and that's what we're coming here for? Okay. I am...
Listen to your feet stomp around. You sound so heavy.
I am not ready for this. I am not ready for this at all. What is that?
That's some, yeah, that's the door down
Oh,
there.
that was like scaring shit out of me.
That's for getting your,
We don't have to the stasis?
yeah.
We don't need to be here yet, I don't think. This game terrifies me. I'm not scared of a lot of things, but this game is one of them. I'm having horrible memories and flashbacks from this game.
I love this game.
I'm not saying I don't love it, but I'm saying I'm gonna...
There's parts of it that is definitely like, ugh, gross, but,
I'm gonna poop my pants for sure.
thanks for sharing with everybody about your,
It's a scary game. And this is like a really scary game.
Ah!
Ugh. I don't want to waste all of my ammo. I'm not ready for this. I'm not built for this. So I can have one or the other?
Mhm.
What's to my left?
That's new. I don't think they had that before.
Are you sure? I feel like they did. Right now we want this. No, no, no. Hey, look, a save station. There definitely were not this many save stations. There probably was. We only walked like 6 feet.
Gotta deal with the...
Listen, if there was a save station in every other room, I'd be content.
Isaac, don't bother shooting those fuckers in the head. Doesn't even slow them down.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
The only way is hacking them apart. Those arms, their legs.
Does that even kill them? Or do they just stop moving?
Wow, he crumbled.
Yeah, they did update it. No, thank you. No.
I swore that there was one behind us, just from my memory, but I was like, if he would have known.
Why would I remember that? I told you, it's basically a brand new game to me.
But I wanted to point out that this was
My chest hurts.
pretty revolutionary at the time. Just because, like, every other game was, like, shoot him in the head, you know?
Yeah, you couldn't really, there wasn't really a lot of dismembering back then. Gears of War 1. But realistically, this came out before Gears 1, I think.
I hear. He exploded.
Just gotta listen, that's all. Oh. My body can't take this. I have too many bad memories of this game. And I don't mind jump scares per se, but I'm not a big fan of them.
As you can tell, he does not handle them very well.
Which is funny because we played Alien. I would say this is worse than Alien. Maybe that just brings me back up. Oh, there was a box on the other side. I mean, I handle horror games just fine. We've played a few of them. Like that, when it comes to scary games, to me, this is one of them. Like, it's in the top. And I think part of it is just when it came out and what it did for, you know, like, horror games in general.
It did a lot of things right. The atmosphere definitely got the spooksy. The gameplay definitely got the spooksies. Because even though it's one of those games like Resident Evil where like you're fighting back against them and stuff.
Oh, it's terrifying?
They're just so fast and so disfigured and stuff that like...
Do I have to go down the elevator down there? I guess I do, right? Wasn't there like a button to show me like mapping for it or something?
So that was clicking on the stick, on the right stick on the controller, but I'm not sure how that translates to
We're just going back up. I don't think I wanted to go back up. I mean, maybe.
If you pull up your can you pull up a map with M?
This is the right direction, so
Yeah.
I'm just not happy about any of this.
Can you click on the wheel on the mouse?
Yes, but that's just for switching.
Oh.
Okay, let's bring...
Q?
Nope.
That's definitely a faker.
We're both wrong. Now that one.
So the tip is with the fakers, because you'll come across those quite often, are the ones that kind of look too neat.
Yeah, it is true. They just have a certain look to them.
Yeah. Like, they look like they were obviously placed there because, if you notice that, like, when they die, they kind of ragdoll. So if it's not ragdoll enough, it is, it's a fake.
Yeah. Okay. I'm good. I didn't mean to hit that. I'm not jittery or anything.
By the way, I'm basing all my knowledge on the first game itself. So, if there's any discrepancies, that's not my fault.
No, it's all your fault.
Why?
You should remember this game 100%.
I remember what I can. Also, do not use me as, like, a guide for, like, navigating.
I'm not going to. I don't need you to navigate me.
Because, I can't read a map. I definitely couldn't read this map.
So... am I supposed to be turning off the lights, right? And I'm supposed to be turning on maintenance?
Okay, that definitely wasn't in the original game. You didn't turn off stuff like that.
No, you definitely did.
No way.
I'm terrified. Do I really need to keep lights off? Do I need the elevator on? I have to, right?
Didn't you use it to get down there?
Yeah. Do we really not have a flashlight?
If you aim your thing, it should... There you go.
That's right. Where'd he come from? That was the one we already did.
You coming?
Technically, it's less shots to shoot their arms off. Oh my goodness. We got an achievement for that, and I don't even know what I did. I think I perfected him, though. I'm guessing.
Marksman.
I'm guessing it was 3 perfect shots or 2 perfect shots to take him out. I don't like it. I don't like this, Jack. Why did you make me buy this?
See what I mean? That this game has the perfect atmosphere.
Terrifying? Yes.
They knew how to make a game that was... You hear him running.
What? No, you don't. There's no one running.
It was you.
Yeah, I thought so. Why would you do this to me?
Perfect atmosphere with the right amount of fighting, you know?
No, like I said, Dead Space 1 was really good, and I'm not really scared of things, per se. But, this game just kind of holds a place in my heart for games that I consider to be overly terrifying.
I don't know if they call them this in the
That's
game,
behind
but,
me, isn't it?
but they are necromorphs. That's the name of this creature.
There's another one, isn't there? I don't remember explosive barrels being in the first game.
Oh yeah, there was explosive, but there weren't this many. You had to play a lot more strategic.
That was really lucky. No, I don't want what you're selling. Get away! Oh, get away! Oh, I don't want what you're selling.
You just love how you just like looking ahead, contemplating things, and then claws just appear out of like the corner of your eye.
That's how you know it's a good game.
Yeah. There they go. Third person can't be scary, but third person can be scary.
Third person is more terrifying than first person. I don't care what anyone says.
We can't stay here much longer. Hearing a lot of movement.
I'm halfway done.
Like third person Resident Evil 8 was so much scarier than first person Resident Evil 8.
Daniels, watch that door.
And anyone who disagrees, you're wrong. It's okay to be wrong sometimes. As, you know. Oh.
Ooh, yeah, node.
Is that for stasis?
No, that's for upgrading your armor or your guns.
I like to shoot things. So we can either upgrade the plasma cutter or our health.
They changed his menu too.
Did they?
Yeah, the old menu was a lot more confusing, to be honest with you.
It's confusing to me because I have to use...
Oh, no, see, this is the original menu, so maybe it didn't really change that much.
Do I want to upgrade the plasma cutter or our suit? The thing is, the plasma cutter is a staple. You will use it for the entire game.
You can upgrade your suit later on.
Yeah, you will always be using the plasma cutter. Like, there's never a time. Like, sure, you get other weapons, but they're never as good. Well, they're good, but they're just...
It's this game's pistol.
Yeah, and it's a good pistol. Okay, 10 extra damage. And then they're like, now there's 6 of them that you have to beat up. Alright, so now I have to go back, right? Jack, it's okay.
I'm having so much fun.
I'm not.
This is probably the most fun I've had
Hey, it's a crawler.
Watching you play a game in like forever.
Yeah, because you're not the one who has to be scared about it. Like, I didn't know he was a big faker. I'll take us both out.
and another hint for you guys, because I'm just gonna tell you how to play the game, you know. Big music cues like that, typically enemies.
Oh, absolutely.
So, like, even if you can't see them, if you hear that music, get your weapon out.
Yeah. I can't see them, but they can see me.
We just hit 30 minutes.
So when they're right here, so that way I can mess with the Yeah, we're gonna
recording. Double check to make sure the recording's all good for you guys. If it is a bit laggy, we are sorry, but I am kind of a lazy butt who does not want to edit. But if everything's good, you know, I'm amazing, and I planned this perfectly.
Well, thank you everybody for watching episode 1 of Dead Space Remake.
And we hope that you guys like the audio. That's another big thing. Please let us know how the audio is. If it's terrible, if you hate it, just let us know so we can change it. We'd rather you guys tell us and us fix it than you guys be angry and not watch.
No one ever learns anything by being told that they're the best. You only learn when you're told what you do wrong.
Is that so?
Yes, absolutely.
So people are just trying to make me better by telling me how awful I am all the time?
Yes. That's only me, but yes. Bye!